Sorry, that's okay. They're the ones who've got it all going on. Okay. So, in the movie, what we have is Dance with Me with Vanessa Williams and Cheyenne. First of all, the way the man's character is. This is something that is so exciting to think about and encourage in the men around you, and notice which ones are like this. He's warm, he's friendly, he's joyous, he's humble, and he has the dignity to speak his mind from his truth, from his core essence, no matter what. He's not rich, but he has the richness of many life skills. He can fix things. He can decorate. He can dance. He's rounded in his feminine nature along with his masculine nature. Oh, this is the image of man that women are longing for. This is why we long for the gay guys, right? We're just like, oh, they're so awesome. He can talk about anything, and he can, laugh with me and be humble and loving and kind. And oh, okay, but there's a lot of straight guys who have all those qualities because they're integrated, but we haven't been noticing them, and we also haven't been encouraging them. They think we're not interested, and so they might have like a kind of a pallor about them, like nothing's going on over here, because we're not encouraging them. So now we look at the character in the movie Dance with Me, which is a salsa dance movie. Oh my God! It got me dancing this week. I went twice. Okay, the character of Vanessa, when he is warm towards her, hot towards her, sexy towards her, she gives it back. Okay? Not in the fake way like I'll do whatever a guy wants type, but literally she like gives it back from her masculine. So he's giving his feminine warmth and joy and humbleness, and she's giving her, wow, I got you, babe. I can take you on, kind of a energy with her, and also like a humbleness, like yes, you're a beautiful man. I'll go there with you. It's so cool because in a lot of movies we see women making the guy chase her forever, or just sort of being tepidly, um, warmish, but really she's complaining and whining, and he's trying to talk her into some self-esteem throughout the whole movie. No, no, this girl, this woman has her self-esteem. She has her strength, her power, her courage, her self-love. She knows she's gorgeous. None of that is an issue. She's actually brazenly just says her mind to him easily, but never without an open heart, and never without, when he gets to that hot place, totally giving him back the energy and the approval and the encouragement that, whoa, yes, that's what I need. That's what I like, right? Oh my God, there's so many things about it. The Cuban scenes from Cuba with these beautiful Cuban music and Cuban dancers where the dancing is wilder, freer, more playful. The guys, what I really loved about the guys dancing in this movie from Cuba is when we go to the salsa dances here, there's such a, the men are pretty stiff. They're actually controlling the scene, and they are on the, straightforward back and forth, making the women do her thing. They're really great dancers here in New England, but they're not free and they're not having that much fun because their hips are not really moving. But the Cuban salsa, the guy's like, it's almost African. He's down lower and his butt's out. and there's this playful wildness of exchanging partners all over the place, and the men dancing together, the men with their arms around each other, the women dancing together. So these kinds of playfulnesses are things that we can start to, like, when I watch that movie, I see so many things that I want to do. I want to play with my women dancer friends more and really give them energy. I want to encourage the men to dance with each other, and by clapping and smiling when they are. I want to encourage the guy to be wilder and freer without having to be so in control, by being able to carry my own energy so he doesn't have to carry mine. What else? Well, I was really struck by what men want in movies. When my friend freaked out on me so badly, like he just like stomped out and wouldn't talk to me because I love this movie so much. And I was telling him, I mean, I think I triggered him also because I said, look, I am so tired as a woman having to watch scene after scene in television shows and movies of this violent sex thing where the guy throws the woman up against a wall and just bangs her. And it's supposed to be so hot and they rip each other's clothes off. You know, that to me, what's upsetting to me is that they don't show a long warm up. They don't show everything else that would have made that wonderful. All the teasing, all of the flirting, all of the petting, all of the going down on her, all of the romancing her and being really like turning her on with her mind. Okay, so we can get so turned on that a bang bang sex thing isn't so bad, because we are warmed up. But in general, my girlfriends, my young girlfriends especially, are having sex feeling it hurts. Like they're getting hurt because the guys watch these scenes over and over again of the banging as if that's what we need, want, when that is just one small piece of the spectrum of the sexy world, right? That's one piece that usually is from a, you know, when things are really heated and escalated, and that's some kind of like epic piece of the whole journey. But that is not it, and that is not the part that we really need. Like I was talking to a girlfriend last night who's just like, when was the last time her guy had gone down on her, you know? And I was just like, look, I had to tell a guy I couldn't even keep dating him because he didn't go down, and I was like, I'm not gonna have what? I kept dating him, but I said I just have to have another lover too, because I'm not gonna have a lifetime without. It's just like a guy. Like if you said you're never gonna have blowjobs with me, nope, because I don't like them and I'm scared of cocks. And if to be with me, you have to give that up. Like, but all these women are either they're giving up their own pleasure, like having a guy go down on them, and they're putting up with this violent sex out of nowhere, like where he's just getting his exercise. Basically, he's releasing his pent up stress and need for something physical because he's been too at a desk all day or something. I don't know what it is, but it is not good for our bodies to come out of nowhere at that level, right? So I say to my friend that I'm sick of that. And what I love about this movie, Dance With Me, is that I don't have to feel abused as a woman ever watching it. I can just open, enjoy, because even the older women my age in the movie are being treated really well. They're getting to dance, they're getting flirted with, and the star character is really loving to the older women, which is so true of other cultures besides the U.S., you know, especially Latin cultures. The older women are treated beautifully as queens, as like wonderful people to flirt with and dance with. So, oh my God. Okay, what else? I have these notes here for you. Oh, well, you know, you have this thing like happening in the movies now where, all right, it's supposed to be so great. I guess it is. You've got these women in like combat outfits now with machine guns in the movies, and they're killing everybody, and they're winning the war of saving the world. Okay, so we'll be like, see, everything's changing. It's an image of a woman doing that. You know what? That's a man with boobs. That is not the way us women save the world, by taking a machine gun and murdering people and setting everything on fire and burning and raiding villages. That's not it. That is just that's why we're afraid to vote for the ERA, isn't it? Because we're afraid that what they really want is for us to be exactly like men in every way, even our ideas of their ideas of what we should do with our sex, and be banged up and shooting everybody. No, a woman's way of saving the world is through the movie Dance With Me, which is through love and joy and family and kindness and dancing and small triumphs of humility, which are actually huge triumphs of vulnerability and connecting more deeply when you're afraid of somebody. That they won't like you. You know, these are the things that the men don't want to face. They don't want to face small triumphs that actually do save the world, like communicating with another leader in a way that you reach their heart and you reach their mind, in a way where you concede something. Oh, if you give this, I'll give that, right? It shows I'm both confident and humble. This is how the women save the world. We don't do it with machine guns. We actually give rules where people aren't allowed to have machine guns, and we save our villages and we save our children in the schools with one simple law. Like which country was it who just did that? There was a country where there's such a peaceful country. Was it Finland? Shoot, I'm sorry. But it just happened recently where a woman leader, in 3 days after a mass shooting in a school that they had never had, it only took her 3 days to change all the gun laws to be ones that could never have happened. This is how the women save the world, and this is what really threatens the men, because they just want to have their machine gun in their back pocket. Because their inner power is so weak. They don't know how to articulate themselves. They don't know how to express love and kindness and humility along with confidence and good, solid, creative ideas that give people the right to have a weapon, say just a one little self-defense thing is all somebody needs. You don't need a machine gun, right? Creatively, like putting together all the pieces in a subtle, complex way. This is the woman's way. So when I say watch Dance with Me, because it's revolutionary, what I'm saying is that the idea, the image of a peaceful world where people are getting along and people are loving their lives and they are they're and the men can be more expressive and love each other, and the fathers can show up for their sons. That's the other piece about this movie, is that there's this healing of the father wound, double whammy, where this Cheyenne character gets his father wound healed, but also he heals the father wound by showing up for this little boy. And this little boy, you see the little boy drumming for his daddy, in the end of the movie. It's so good, isn't it, to just admit, like, chick flicks are supposed to be so lowbrow, but when you really think about it, what chick flicks are is they are versions of health. They are the simplicity, the magic importance of viewing things where people are getting along, where men and women are loving each other, where people look beautiful for each other, where they face their challenges that are emotional. That's much more interesting. So for the men, it's like, no, what's important about the movie is the film, the cinematography, and the editing, and all the special effects, and well, it's not that I don't love all that stuff, but the content is mainly missing. You have all these movies that the content is mainly just one long story of abusing women in different forms and a ton of violence, and the subtlety of a drama where really somebody overcomes something psychological and something real that would happen in a village. We're not going to have this superpower to fly through the air like a, Spider-Man guy. Okay, that's cool to watch that once in a while, especially as Catwoman or Wonder Woman, but it's just not interesting to have all those special effects without content that's uplifting for us women. I mean, if you think of people who are dealing with racism, a lot of my black friends, they don't want to watch white movies because the racism is so insistent and it's so incessant and it's so unconscious. And they just don't want to have to sit through one more brainwashing of a white movie. Because black characters die immediately or have subservient roles. But that is changing, by the way. Haven't you noticed? The black characters are getting great and subtle, and it really is changing. But as women, no one's talking about the fact that I am sick of watching my woman sisters being oppressed, abused, belittled, fucked with, violently sexized without any warm-ups at all for what we really need emotionally and physically. I'm sick of it. I don't want to have to sit through another guy's aggrandized idea of his great art. without content that has medicine and meaning. I mean, I really think that our lives as artists, the job of an artist is to uplift people, to give them a portal into another dimension, to let that dimension pour through to you